Guys, I was so excited today. I talked to my friend. He finally landed and arrived in the Philippines in Manila. I was so excited to talk to him. But guess what? You are not going to believe this. All right, guys, welcome back. Amaga to all my Filipino people. How you guys doing out there? So, I did talk to my friend. He arrived in the Philippines. There's some adults, some grown men, you just can't convince them. You can't tell them anything, okay? No matter what the situation is, you cannot. Some people you just can't help. You can give advice, even if they come to you with advice, and you give your advice to them, they still do not take your advice. They still think what they're doing is okay. Okay? So my friend arrives at the airport. He gets off the plane. And this is what he told me. He said, man, he said when he came outside the airport, it was so hot. He couldn't believe how hot it was in the Philippines. So, well, yeah, that's typical. If it's your first time or whatever, second time, the heat does get to you, okay, because you're a foreigner. So he gets outside the airport and he's looking for her. He cannot find her. He makes a phone call. He did get in contact with her. She said that she was at another part of the airport, like another exit, and he went to the other end. So he went down to the other end. Then he comes out and he's looking for her. Then when he meets her, this is where it gets interesting. So he meets her outside, and he did not know that she was bringing some people with her. He never knew that. He only thought that when she got there, they were probably going to go stay at the Okada and do some other things. She arrives, and she has a small child with her. He said also she arrives, there's a lady with her, and there's another guy. Okay? I said, well, who is this guy? He said that she says it's her brother, her older brother. Like, oh, okay. And the other lady is his mom. And the child is a nephew it's a family, it's her nephew. But anyway, so he showed me some pictures, and I'm looking at the kid, and he showed me a picture of her. I'm looking at her. I'm like, they look awfully alike. They look very much similar. So I'm thinking, like, is this her kid? I don't know. Possible, but the kid looked just like her. He looked just like her. So they were supposed to stay at the Okada. Of course, more people came. He said he didn't really know what to do. She said that she didn't want to travel alone, but she never told him that she was bringing anyone. So they went on and went to the Okada. They had to get a little bit bigger room because there was people with them. He wanted the room just for her and him, but they had to get a bigger room, and she wanted to share the room with her family. Okay. This story, oh my gosh, it's like, I don't know, like, I know I've said this many times, like, trying to talk to this guy, it's like, it's just right over his head. And, hold on. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 4:18 p.m.
Okay. So they go to the Okada, and they end up at the casino. I said, well, was that in the plans for you guys to go to the casino? And it's interesting because there was another comment on a previous video, and the guy said, Are they planning on going to the casino, or is he lining her pockets? The next thing you know, he have a bankroll for her to play at the table. And guess what? They were in there gambling. They were in there gambling. They were at the casino gambling. He said he's happy he brought extra spending money because that was unplanned. So he used some of his extra spending money at the casino. I said, well, did you guys win anything? He said no. So they walked away with nothing. Then they go eat at one of the, what's that restaurant? Is it Viking? I don't know. It was a buffet restaurant. I'm going to say it's a Viking. But they go to eat at a buffet restaurant. And of course, he paid for everything. And then, guys, at that point, I told him, I said, hey, do you think you're getting played? And he says, no, I don't think so, because I know her very well. I'm like, you know her very well, but you never met her family until she brings someone to Manila. And when you get off the plane, that's who she's with. And you never seen her family. So what's next? Like I said, what are you going to do? Like, what are your plans? What are you going to do later? He said, oh, we'll probably be taking a plane trip. We're going to travel to maybe somewhere in Mindanao, maybe Davao or something. So now he's online trying to purchase a plane ticket to Mindanao. So I'm like, man, what are you doing? I said, dude, what are you doing? He's trying to reassure me that it's fine. Everything's okay. Trust him. He says, I don't need to worry about him. So I just listened to the rest of his story. So he's in the process of purchasing a ticket to Mindanao. Okay. I don't know when he's going. I didn't ask that question, but I will find out the next time I talk to him. But he's trying to purchase a ticket over there. But in the meantime, they're at the Mall of Asia shopping. He says she needs some clothes because the things that she was wearing was not in good shape. Oh my gosh. Let me get some drink. Oh, I'm done. My tea is done for today. The whole thing was full of tea. So he took her shopping. And he said he didn't want to, how can I say this? He didn't want to, I can't think of the word, but he didn't want her to, and her family to feel bad, like he's only buying stuff for her, because when they were at the mall, he said he was buying stuff, and he seen the look on her older brothers, the look on his face, excuse me, and the mom. So he said, hey. He said he offered, I don't know if he said hey, but I'm assuming because that's how he talks. He offered to buy them something, some clothing. So he said he bought them a couple of pieces of clothing. They went to different stores to try to find the right fit and the right style, I guess. But he says they went to a couple of stores looking for clothing. And of course the kid was there, which she said is her nephew. Did I say niece earlier? Or it's her nephew. So he's buying the kids some stuff. He said he bought the kids some new clothing, some shoes, and he just said this is gonna be like a Christmas gift. And I'm like, what? Like a Christmas gift? Didn't you just send money over there for Christmas? Didn't you just send money over there for Christmas? I'm saying this in my head, like my head's about to explode, right? And that's what he said. He gave them those gifts as like Christmas. Like, I don't know how much. I don't even know if I want. I don't even know if I want to hear any more stories from this guy. Like, really, because it's like eating at me that he's not getting it, and it's eating at me that when he asks me questions or he wants my advice and I tell him, or my opinion, I tell him, and then he always counteract my opinion. Like, my opinion is not valid, but you just asked me what do I think, right? He's like that. He's like that all the time. So I don't know what the next day is going to bring, or the day after. I'm just going to give him a couple of more days, okay? I'm going to give him a couple of more days to marinate in what he's doing over there. So guys, this is going to be it. Oh, and this cup, my lovely Filipino wife gave me this. So guys, this is going to be it for the video. I'll keep you up to date. Salamat and mahal kita to all my Filipino people, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.